crazy to me was a way to be able to sort of claim and see that difference and that uniqueness as power, not as a weakness. Because as a creative, your unique perspective, your unique experience and skills, that's what makes you great. What I mean by crazy, and so for me, the podcast that I've had of the crazy one over the last 4.5 years has really been an outshoot of my own career and what I see in a lot of other people, that I think for too many of us, we seem to feel like there's this invisible script or there's a right way to do this. There's a right way to create. There's a right way to have this career. There's a certain set of steps you're supposed to take. And my thing is, like, for creatives, the way that we are, the way that we have a career, the way that we work never looks like anybody else. So I think we all tend to sit in this perpetual state of feeling like we don't measure up, of feeling like we aren't doing it the right way, of feeling like these sort of things. Crazy to me was a way to be able to sort of claim and see that difference and that uniqueness as power, not as a weakness. Because as a creative, your unique perspective, your unique experience and skills, that's what makes you great. That's what sets you apart from everybody else. But I think for too many people, they see that as, oh, I'm not like everybody else, so I'm not doing it right. So I think that's what, for me, is it's been just sort of trying to embrace that mentality, because I think for most creatives, that's their biggest struggle, is just making peace with themselves.
I get it. And then how does that now start to fit into business? Because I know that you talk about design and its influence on business, right? And then you've got this crazy approach. So maybe let's start with, like, how do you believe that design influences business?
Well, I'll say for that. I mean, for me, there's a difference between crazy and stupid. So for me, I think, crazy is data informed. Crazy is data informed. Crazy is thoughtful. Crazy is not abandoned and reckless. Mm-hmm. I think, though, that for me, in many cases, and again, as we go back to the word that we use, I think that, design often struggles to have an impact on business whenever its design is just being seen as execution. I think creativity can have one of the most profound impacts on business there are out there right now. I think for a lot of teams, as they talk about collaboration, teamwork, innovation, agile, like whatever that is, in many cases, that is a hunt for creativity. And again, reminding people how they do it. So, for me, I think it's an outcome and an approach. So I think, that's the thing that I've seen over the course of my career, is going into companies and be able to remind people of that. We would ship 7 times more product in the first year than we did the past 7 years. We, like at Citi, we won Digital Bank of the Year within 18 months of taking that approach. I can tell you the teams that are high in sort of a creative IQ, they can ship product about 4 times faster, 5 times cheaper. Their companies are worth about 26 times more. It's not voodoo. It's just a more human-centered approach to doing things, and in often cases requires a recalibration around collaboration and how do we work with our customers.